Hi everybody, so this is the first section of SPSS. In this section, we'll be introducing the general idea of some of the concepts and the steps you need to know about SPSS. So what do you need for this section in order to get to know SPSS a little bit is you need to have SPSS license on your own computer. As we said, you can rent it, okay, from the website, or any PC computer on campus at Queens. The other stuff you'll need is the gss2016.sav file. I've already uploaded that file on my courses, so it'll be easy for you to find. Once again, I want to emphasize that if you use any computer on campus, it should have SPSS installed. If you're not on campus, then you'll need to rent or purchase a 6-month license from SPSS. Okay, otherwise, you'll not be able to proceed the rest of this course. So outline of this section today, we'll be talking about how do you start SPSS and what is the interface of SPSS, how do you work with existing SPSS file to know the file a little bit better, and how do we input data into a new SPSS file. Let's go ahead and start. So first of all, I'd like to talk about how do we start SPSS. Okay. It's pretty easy. If you're on PC, you'll just need to go to Start and look for IBM SPSS Stats 25. Okay. A lot of times, once you click it, you'll need to wait for 1 or 2 minutes and it should start on itself. Okay. Once you have clicked the Start button, it should give you something like this interface. There are two options for you to pick. You can either go New File if you want to generate a new SPSS data file, or you can open an existing file on your own computer. In our course, I'll be uploading a bunch of SPSS.sav file on my courses. You will need to download it and most of the time save it onto your own computer at a specific location, okay? So you can also go open that file, okay? All right, so that talks about how do we initiate the SPSS file. Next, let's see. How do we work with existing data file? Okay. Existing data file are a lot of times in .sav, as we just mentioned, like these ones that we have seen. Okay, .sav file. Those are called existing file. By using existing data file, you can understand variables, okay? In general, from the SPSS interface, you would be able to know these items. The most important two items I want to talk about with you guys is, first of all, there are two views. One is called variable view, okay, in SPSS. The other one is called data view, okay. So these are two general view you can see from SPSS. And under the variable view, you can see variable name, variable type, and the label of variable and the values of variable. Okay. We'll be using a file just for example real quick. All right. So let's see. What about we do this? Let's go back to the gss2016.sav file that I have uploaded on my courses. You need to download that one. Okay, download this file and let's open it in SPSS. So for example, if you have downloaded onto this folder, okay, in my case it's in this folder, so I can locate this gss2016 and you simply hit it, okay, simply double click it, it should open this SPSS file, and once you open it, it should look like this. I hope you all get this view on your computer, okay? That's the right view for you to have. This is gss2016. So as we mentioned that in each .sav file, there are two views. One is called data view, as you have seen here, data view. The data view gives you the view of the original data, okay, original data. in this case, from this GS of 2016, you can see a bunch of different numerical numbers. So these are the original data. And variable view is another variable, another view that's very important, which tells you the basic information on these variables. Okay. For example, okay, you can look at variable 19. All right, variable 19, it says AB poor and numeric 1, 0, low income, blah, 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 values 0, 8, 9, 8, right, nominal, and an input. Let's go back to our slides to see what we need to know the most from the variable view. Okay. So variable view, we need to know variable name. Okay, let's go back to that 19. So variable name is AB poor, right, in this case. And variable type. So variable type will be numerical type value. Sometimes you'll be seeing string, okay, but in this data file, lots of those are numerical. Keep going, you can see the label, okay. So let's go back to this 2016, row 19, label, okay. Well, you can widen this a little bit. See, let's go back a little bit. Okay, let's continue. So we can see the label of that AB poor is low income, cannot afford more children. Okay, so it's very important for you to read the label because a lot of times it's hard to tell what this variable is about just by reading its name. AB poor, hard to tell what exactly this is about. Okay. The next one, which is important, is the values column. Still looking at this AB poor, this variable, right? If you look at its column of values, if you simply hit this values, you'll see a 3-dot button comes up. So if you click 3-dot button, you can see 1 means yes. So most likely this is a survey question. They're asking if this respondent is too poor to have more children. Okay. Is low income and can't afford more children. So value 1 means yes. Yes, this person is low income and cannot afford more children. 2 means no, this person is not low income and cannot afford, is not in that category in terms of low income and can afford more children. All right. So this is about the variable view of this variable. Variable view a lot of times tells you a lot of information about this variable. If you simply double click this row, okay, I've left my mouse on 19. If I double click it, it will take you back to the data view. So you see that now it changes to data view. In data view, it's on this AB poor, right? AB poor, you can see the bunch of numbers are 1022, 1012. As we have seen, 1 means yes, this person is in low income and cannot afford. And 2 means no, this person is not low income and cannot afford having more children. All right. All right, so let's keep going. For existing data file, we can also construct a frequency distribution for a variable. Okay, what we can do here is, all right, so let's take that AB poor, okay, this AB poor, this variable, for example, one more time. As we have said, you just need to double click this to take it back to the data view like this. And what you need to do is we can go analyze descriptive stats frequencies. All right. In these frequencies, you can see there are a bunch of variables listed, and you can select the variable AB poor. Now, again, AB poor is recorded as low income and cannot afford more person, right? Cannot afford more children. So you need to locate that one. And you have seen that it's a little bit hard if you are looking at this entire data set. So later on, we'll be talking about how can you copy and paste into a new data file. To save your time, for looking for an existing variable. Alright, so there we go. We see this AB poor, which is low income, cannot afford more children. We can move this variable to the right window. Okay. Display frequency tables has been checked. The stats are something you can do analysis later, but since we haven't talked about that much, so you can leave this blank. For the charts, none, because we haven't talked about that yet. And let's just check display frequency table and hit OK. By doing this, you'll be seeing a table being generated, and this table is called frequency distribution table. Okay. Frequency talks about how many times yes answer appears in this data set and how many times no answer appears in this data set. So from this data, from this table, output table, you can tell that there are 816 respondents responded yes to this question, and 1,012 respondents says no to this answer, with their percentage listed as well. 28.5, 35.3 are the relative percentage. In your homework, you'll be asked to generate such frequency distribution. So let's see one more time what we did. Okay, what we did is you go Analyze on top and click Descriptive Stats and click Frequencies. Move your variable over to the right. Make sure Display Frequency Tables is checked and hit OK. All right, and then you will be seeing this output tab with this table. When you are working on your homework assignments, you can right-click this table, and you can say Copy As, okay, Image, and you would be able to copy and paste this image onto your Word file. Now, suppose this is the Word file that you're working on. You can just do right-click and paste, okay. So the table will just be pasted into your Word file from the SPSS output tab. Now, I'd like to talk about another way of copy and paste this output. Same table, on this frequency table, you can right click and just do copy. If you simply hit copy and then go back to your Word document and paste, you'll be seeing this output. Okay. The materials are exactly the same. The difference is the first one has been copied as a picture while on an image, while the second one has been pasted as a table. Okay, a table. So for the table ones, sometimes your table could be very wide. If it's wide and your Word file cannot handle the wide table, what you can do is right click, okay, and hit auto fit. You can say auto fit to window, or you can try auto fit to contents. So this will be a way to adjust pasting the very wide tables, okay? But as always, you can always just do copy as an image and paste it back into the Word file. So this is some trivial things we want to talk about in terms of copying and pasting your outputs. Okay, over next, we want to talk about how do we work with new data set. Okay. Suppose we want to create a new SPSS data file. First, a data file, what we need to do is you open SPSS and go to File and just do New Data. By doing this, you'll be having a new empty sheet for you to enter. Okay, so these will be the empty cells for you to enter the data. Now let's see, there are two ways for you to enter data values. You can do manual entry or you can import from existing files. Okay. So if I do manual entry, we can look at this problem, for example. Example, a survey asks respondents number of smart devices their family has. And below is a sample of respondents, 358230491. So we need to enter these data values into SPSS manually, recorded as a variable name smart device. Okay, so we'll continue this in the next section of this